Nature was my first teacher. I learned so much just by opening my eyes, by listening, by taking myself away from distractions, and by just being curious. It does ask you to slow down, though, to be present, and to tune into your senses. What do I see? What do I hear? What do I smell? What does it feel like? And how does it taste? A naturalist is an expert or a student of nature, someone who is always curious about their natural world and how it works. And you don't need much to begin, just your senses, your naturalist journal, and your curiosity, and we'll provide the rest. This is Fairyland, Flora, and Fauna. Naturalists, it's that time of year again where things are changing color and starting to come to the end of their life cycle. But don't worry, we're going to do some seed saving that will give us the opportunity to start the cycle all over again. Seed saving is a tradition that has been practiced for thousands of years by Indigenous people all over the world. Miss M, what does Indigenous mean? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Indigenous is a word that means came from a certain place or can be found there naturally. When we talk about Indigenous people, we are talking about the first people who lived with the land in a certain region. And for plants and animals, it means the same. They are the first flora and fauna to exist in that particular place and grow and thrive because their environment or habitat is made especially for them. The people, animals, and land all have an important relationship. Here in Oakland, we live on the indigenous land of the Ohlone people, the first people to live with this land. We live in one of the most biodiverse places in the entire world. What? Biodiverse. Bio, which means life, and diversity, which is a big word that means many different kinds, variety. You put it together and you have many different kinds of life. And those different types of flora are worth saving. So what does it mean to seed save, and why is it important? Well, seed saving is a way to keep all the different varieties of plants that provide foods, medicines, and beauty. Seeds hold the story of where they came from, what they look like, and who grew them. We save seeds as a way to keep the legacy of the plant in place for future generations. And we honor the seed relatives and the stewards or the keepers of those seeds. As we know, naturalists, food is a need that all life shares, and it's really important as an organism to have easy access to our foods and medicines. Being able to grow your own food and medicinal plants holds a lot of power and is a really great way to bring your neighborhood or community together. So, naturalists, we are going to roll up our sleeves and do a little investigation on where to look for seeds, how to harvest them, and then we're going to make our own little seed library for the next time we want to go planting. Let's get started. Fall is the time for harvesting, which means gathering. It's the time when all the flowers and fruits start to fall and the seeds are released. These seeds can look very different from plant to plant. But Miss M, what if I don't have any plants at home to collect from? Well, maybe it's time to ask a neighbor. Do they have any plants in their garden that you can help harvest? Maybe a walk in your neighborhood. Do you see any flowering plants? And if that feels a little too challenging, you can always look for seeds right in your own food. Tomato seeds, avocado seeds, pepper seeds, strawberry seeds. There's a lot of opportunities right at your fingertips. These seeds can be harvested, cleaned, dried, and saved for planting. And now, naturalists, after you've gathered all of your seeds, it's time to make your seed library. Right next to this video on the magic tree, you will find an activity called Seed Library Envelopes. With this little activity, you are going to fold and create your own envelopes to store all of the precious seeds you've collected. Start by printing out that sheet and cutting along the solid black line. Once you have your pieces cut out, I like to label and draw on them with whatever seed I collected. If you don't know the name of the plant that you collected, that's okay. Just try to put a picture or a drawing on the front of it so you know what it is when you get to planting. Once you have your envelopes labeled, you're going to fold along the gray dotted line. Secure your envelopes with a little bit of tape. And you are ready to fill with your seeds. Finish by taping the backs of them and storing in an airtight container, like a Tupperware. Your seed library can grow and grow, so don't be afraid to start off small and keep adding to it. Well, naturalists, I hope you have fun creating your own seed library, and as always, have fun and be curious.